Never chase opportunities. Let it come to you by creating values and building a rare. Sir, am I audible?
Akash, wait,
Valuable
just a minute.
and yeah. Okay.
Akash, just a minute. I will give the introduction. Okay, Akash. A very good evening and warm Scouts and Guides greetings to all of you. Welcome each and every moment as another gift from God. And here we are blessed with such an important event. I, Mrs. Anima Damari Ekka, on behalf of the organizing team members of NHQ and NER, feel great honor to welcome each and every one of you for webinar 7 on upscaling our nation's young workforce on the topic Proficiency Badges and Individual Development of Scouts and Guides. I also would like to welcome and introduce to you the Masters of Ceremony for today's webinar, Mr. Akash R. Nipundrava from Kerala and Ms. Varsharani Maharana Ranger from Odisha. Now I would like to hand over the screen to the MCs to lead the further program. Over to you, MCs. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Never chase opportunities. Let it come to you by creating values and building rare skill sets. A warm good evening to one and all present here. I welcome you all to the 7th webinar of Upskills Nation's Young Workspace. And our today's topic is Proficiency Badges and Individual Development as a Scout and Guide. I'm Akash R. Nipundrava from Kerala. Along with me, Basharani, Ranger from Odisha. Without praying the God, we can complete a day. And it's really essential to praise Him, the Almighty. Now, I request everyone to raise up for the general salute and for the BST prayer. Attention, general salute. As you were. The BST prayer begins.
दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना, हमारे ज्ञान में आओ प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ, अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना, बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा, दिलों में प्रेम का सागर, हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना, हमारा कर्म हो सेवा, हमारा धर्म हो सेवा, सदा ईमान हो सेवा, वो सेवक चर बना देना, वतन के वास्ते जीना, वतन के वास्ते मरना, वतन पर जान फिदा करना, प्रभु हमको सिखा देना, दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना।
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Your belief became your thoughts became your words became your action became your habit became your values became your density. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Anima Damari Ekha, pre-ALT and unit leader from Assam State for the welcome address. Ma'am.
Thank you, Akash. Greetings to all of you once again. A man with great vision and mission, he who puts his soul and heart in lifting others attains dignity. I'm very much delighted to welcome today's resource speaker, Honorable Assistant Professor Santanu Mazumdar, Department of Business Administration of Vidhan Chandra College, West Bengal. He is also an experienced career counselor and draft committee members of National Education Policy 2020, Northeastern Region, the Bharat Scouts and Guides. With such an impressive knowledge and skills, it is also not a surprise that he has been a Rashtrapati Scout awardee in 1996 and a Rashtrapati Rover awardee in 2004. Hearty welcome, sir. We also extend a warm welcome to Honorable Director Sri Rajkumar Kaushik ji. Even though he is not here, our welcome always goes to him. Sir, thank you and welcome. May I have the privilege to welcome Honorable Mrs. Kumud Mehra, the Assistant Director of Southern Region. Your presence is a great blessing for all of us. Welcome, ma'am. We are extremely happy to welcome Honorable Assistant Director of NER, Sri Analendra Sarmaji, who has been the pillar of this program. Welcome, sir. It is immense pleasure to welcome all the state officials of NER, IT specialists, dignitaries, panelists, and viewers of the Bharat Scouts and Guides YouTube channel. Welcome you all. Once again, I cordially welcome everyone and wish you a very pleasant, happy stay with us this evening. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, MCs.
Thank you so much, Anima ma'am, for your warm welcome. It is indeed a pleasure that you are here with us. So moving on, leadership is more than just giving instructions and feedback. It is also creating an environment where the teammates feel safe to have conflict and disagree. With the end, the goals of communicating the decision and forward in sync. A team's ability to work well together hinges on trust. By satisfying all these points, I would like to invite Mr. Anlinda Sharma, Honorable Assistant Director of Northeast Region, for the keynote address. Sir, the virtual screen is all yours.
Thank you, Akash. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Most respected today's speaker, Professor Shantanu Majumdar. The very outset, I express sincere gratitude to you. You are our family member, once a scout, always a scout, and you are proud to be a Rashtrapati Scout as well as a Rashtrapati Rover, and you start your journey as a cow. Thank you for your kind presence. Respected all the dignitaries who are connected with Zoom platform as well as YouTube channel of Bharat Scout and Guide. All the young team member of BSG for Skill Youth. respected our Deputy Director, Surekha Srivastavaji, who is connected with us now. Bharat Scout and Guide is one of the largest youth organizations with more than 6 million uniform members in our country and affiliated to World Association, USOM and WEX. Being a leading youth organization in the country, the Bharat Scout and Guide always trying to create active, responsible citizens and contribute in the development of the nation. A series of webinars on upskilling our nation's young workforce started from 8 December, and every Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. we're coming to our young people with different topics, which we plan to motivate our young members in various skills like 21st century skill, proficiency badges, career counseling, etc. Already 6 webinars successfully conducted, and we can see the enthusiastic young people for Bharat Scout and Guide. They are always with us in various webinars. And today also we can see more than 100 young people connected here in the Zoom platform, and also few viewers in YouTube channel. Today's speaker is our own member. In the beginning, I told he's a scout man and assistant professor, Pidhan College, Asansol, West Bengal. And he has first exposure in scouting topic. Already he addressed in a national level webinar on career counseling. And today, especially, he is going to inform us how a scout can become an active citizen and develop their own personality by using various proficiency badges during his scout or guide training. I hope you will be benefited, and we can see here many unit leaders, trainers also connected. Hope this webinar will have a great impact in scouting training in our country. With these few words, once again, I welcome on behalf of all the team members to our resource speaker, all the viewers in Zoom platform and YouTube channel. If you have any question, use the chat box for question or Q&A button. After the session of the speaker, he can address you, as well as the members who are watching through YouTube. You also can put your question in the live chat. We can carry forward the question to our speaker. Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you so much, Anleta sir. It was really a blessing that you are here with us, and your valuable words indeed really remarkable for in our mind. So, Lord Robert Baden-Powell said, "If you listen and observe your occupation, you will gain much more than you by talking." To present such a wonderful session of proficiency badge and individual development of scout and guides, here we have the dynamic person. In my pleasure to invite the Honorable Resource Person, Mr. Santanu Mazumdar, MCOM, MPA, Assistant Professor of Department of Business Administration, Department Country College, Asno, West Bengal, the career counselor and groomer. His scouting experience in 1885, he joined the movement as a scout. In 1996, is a Rashtrapati Scout. In 2004, he became a Rashtrapati Rover, member of Draft Committee, National Education Policy 2020, Eastern Region, the Bharat Scouts and Guides, India. Santanu sir, the virtual screen is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Akash. And first of all, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're very much audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. First of all, Honorable Sir, uh, Anima Ma'am, and all the respected my leaders. A very good afternoon to all of you. And dear Akash, again, thanks to you because of your all good, whatever you mentioned. I'm not think that I'm perfect for all those things. I'm just a scout because I believe that the quotations, whatever we learned from our childhood, that once a scout, always a scout. So always I do believe that I'm a scout, and whether I'm actively joined or not, it doesn't matter, but I'm always a scout. So here today, when Ananda sir asked me that there is a topic of proficiency badge and individual development, I found that it's a great topic to say something before the young people, because everywhere, even in my college, even in any seminar, wherever I used to go, I must uh, mention these things to everyone, that how scouting, actually the skills, the environment, or everything in of scouting helped me to build my career and build me as a true citizen. So I just want to share that thing, my practical experience with all of you, because still there are so many people, I don't know that how they used to treat scouting. They join scouting, they enjoy scouting, they used to do the courses of scouting activities. But what they truly believe, that what exactly they are getting from this organization, that is very important. And the most important thing, the series what Analendra sir has organized, the series, the topic is, I just feel very energetic when I found the topic, that upskilling our nation's young workforce, because this is the correct time to do these things, upskilling our nation's young workforce, because our prime minister, you know, that he is also trying to do the things. That's why he is continuously motivating the young people to skill development, because this, the necessity of this skill development, we will realize just after the COVID situation. That means when the COVID situation will be completely, it will be normalized. That is, we are calling post-COVID situation. That moment, all of you, those who are specially studying right now, I'm telling about them, that all of you will realize that this skill development, how it is important. Because I'm in a college, so I do interact with so many people in academic and in job market also, because I'm also in a management field. So I used to interact with so many people, those who are in HR, in different organization. So what I realized, you people also realized, that from last 2 years, approx 2 years, the whole education system, the traditional education system has been collapsed, because we are not able to go to the schools and colleges regularly as we used to do earlier. So what we are doing, education is continuing by this online mode. But do you think that this online process of getting education and the offline process of getting education, both the things are same? I don't think so. Being a teacher and also being a student also. Because in scouting also, whatever we learn when we go to our ground and learn directly from our masters or from our seniors, that affects us more rather than whatever we learn virtually. So after this COVID situation, one thing will be very interesting, that everyone will have good marks on their mark sheets, because I know that right now in online process, the students are getting good marks, truly speaking. whatever the reasons, I'm not going to enter into that things in details, but students are getting good marks. They have a good marks on their mark sheets. But are you confident enough that the marks will be reflected by your skills? That means when it will be asked to show your skill according to your marks, you got 90% marks, and you will be asked that, okay, you are a 90% marks holder, so you should have a very good skill. So show me. All the person, I'm not saying about everyone, but maximum people will be failed due to one reason. That is the proper lackness, the lackness of proper skill development. So it is a right time to do this kind of things, to this kind of webinar, to develop the skills among the youth, especially among the scouts and guides. And when the topic is about proficiency badge, so we must have to say about this thing. Let me share my screen first. Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, you are much visible. Your skin is much visible.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, so today's topic, as all of you know, that today's topic is proficiency badge and individual development. The first term, proficiency badge, is quite known to all of you, quite known. It is known to everyone, those who are in this organization, proficiency badge. You people may be surprised by this topic when you first learned that proficiency badge and individual development of scouts and guides. What is the relationship between these two? Because generally the proficiency badge, whenever we used to do the proficiency badges, to be very frank, because as already it is being introduced, so it is not unknown to all of you, it is introduced that I'm also a Rashtrapati Scouts and Rashtrapati Rover. So I did also, when that moment I was also a student, and I was also a candidate of Rashtrapati Scout and Rashtrapati Rover. When we used to do this proficiency badge, the maximum scouts and guides used to treat these things, proficiency badges, just as a part of your course. Is it true? To be very frank, must interact, no problem at all, must interact with me. So whenever we used to do the proficiency badges, the scouts and guides, basically, they used to treat it is as a course, subjects of a subject material or course content of your Ditya Sopan, Titiya Sopan, Rajya Puruskar and Rashtrapati. But this is not exactly like that. It is not exactly like that. Your proficiency badge is not just course content. There are something more in this process. Let me explain those things, that what is exactly. Basically, proficiency badges are awards earned by youth members of Scouts and Guides based on activities within an area of individual interest. Let me explain this thing, that what is exactly you do. You pick up few badges, whatever you do have interest. That means according to your individual interest, you pick up the proficiency badges among the list. So proficiency badges, actually in this course structure of scouting movement, it is given beautifully designed. There are different options are given. So what we used to do, we pick up according to our interest. It is designed to encourage scouts and guides to develop individual hobbies. Remember, whenever you are doing the proficiency badges, now you just think about it. You must think that you must relate with me that it is designed, what I said, that the BSNG course structure is designed beautifully, that it will develop the individual hobbies, pursuits, and interest. What is the aim behind it? Aimed at giving them new skills while developing them confidence and self-esteem. Look, these words confidence and self-esteem seems to be very small words, but these mean so many things. That these proficiency badges, it is designed to encourage scouts and guides to develop individual hobbies. Actually, the motive behind it, motive behind the proficiency badges, inclusion of proficiency badges into this system, not just to enhance the course structure. It is the system to develop the individual hobbies. Because whenever you used to ask in an interview, job interview, that what is your hobby? People used to say randomly that listening music or playing football or just reading books like this. Or right now, somebody used to say also that playing video games also. So these are not exactly hobbies. Hobbies mean something constructive. So that constructive things you will get from these proficiency badges. It is designed, that's why it is mentioned, that it is designed to encourage scouts and guides to develop individual hobbies, your own pursuit, your own interest. And what is the aim behind it? Aimed at giving them new skills while developing them confidence and self-esteem. That actually, by these all proficiency badges, when you complete all these proficiency badges, now one thing you will realize that automatically your confidence, your self-esteem will be developed. I'm telling you practically, because I realized this thing. A person from scouting organization and any other student, I compared them, and it is clearly visible the person who has done, completed, or who is a member of this organization, scouting and guiding organization, that person's self-confidence, self-esteem is much, much better than any other person. What is the reason? It's not a magic. It's not a any type of tablets or any type of vocal tonic. It's our system. And in this system, proficiency badge is a very important part. Now, this is how children and young people get attracted towards scouting. It is given that for children and young people, scouting is about fun and adventure, new experiences and making friends. And that is the magic of scouting. Why people are attracted towards the scouting movement? Because it is an organization where we are getting fun, adventure, new experiences, making friends, all these things, what we generally won't get in normal academic system. Its attributes help young people to flourish, to grow in all facets of development and become better people and citizens in their communities. Because you know that in our prayer, in everywhere, it is given in our movements process that we like to create some better people. So that's why you know that right now the punchline given in under the BSNG also, creating better India. Have you, all of you have watched it? Have you seen na? Creating better India. So how we do expect that we can create a better India without creating some better people, better citizen. So the objective is given under the heading of banner of Bharat Scouts and Guides, that creating better India. So how to create better India? We have to create some better people and better citizen. And how to create a better people and better citizen? That is done by your individual development. What is the topic of today's discussion? Individual development. That means the objective is big. We are considering that we will create a better India. But how? How we will create a better India? It is given clearly that our organization is continuously trying to create some better people and better citizens for the future, for this country. And how these better people and better citizens will be prepared? By their individual development also. So, today's topic, Proficiency Badge and individual development. Let me tell you one thing, that UNESCO already recognizes Scouting as non-formal education, because you know that there is a formal education structure in this society. What all of you are experienced with these, that from nursery to the highest level of education level, you used to pursue and go through that process. That is a formal education structure. But there is a parallel non-formal education system that provided by this scouting organization. And UNESCO already recognizes that. Our structured program through progressive age groups, means in different age groups, it provides all-round personal development. That means all-round individual development for children and young people through 6 separate areas of personal growth. What are those areas? Let me explain those things. First of all, you know that in our prayer, in our law, in our motto, everywhere, these things are reflected. When you are saying that we are trying to develop ourselves, that individual development, personal development. So that process will go through this thing. First of all, a human being is made of these things, which is visible in the screen. A human being doesn't mean only a structure, only a person. Human being means it is a collective of all these things. What is this? This is your soul, your body, your intelligence, your emotion, your social nature. So, when you are saying about your individual development, personal development, people may think narrowly that what does it mean by individual development or personal development? Basically, all these things collectively is your individual development. Individual development doesn't mean only one thing, that you have passed with a good marks, you got all the highest awards of scouting movement, and you got a good job. That is your individual development. No, not at all. That is not an individual development. Individual development means it is a balanced process of development in all these different sectors. That means your spiritual development, your physical development, your intellectual development, your emotional development, and your social development. When you will develop all these things in a balanced way, then it will be said that you have developed yourself individually. That means your personal development and individual development has been completed. It is a complete development. Then you will make your own identity. Then you will say that, look, this is my identity. Here I am. So individual development is a collective process of all this development, what we mentioned here, that your spiritual, physical, intellectual, emotional, and social development. Now, how we do relate these developments with your proficiency badges? That is most interesting, no? That we are saying that spiritual development, we are saying physical development, we are saying intellectual development, emotional development, and social development. And parallelly, we are saying discussing about the proficiency badge. So can you connect these things? Yes, of course. Because if you go through the proficiency badges list of BSNGs in APROs, in Scouts and Guides, then only you can realize that how it is beautifully designed, that different categories of proficiency badges are given into the course, and all the different proficiency badges has a motive of development of these things. This is not only a course content in the process of getting the Rashtrapati Award. No, not at all. This is the process of individual development by these processes, by your spiritual development, by physical, by intellectual, emotional, and social. So gradually we will discuss about all these things. Let me, here it is, the purpose of Scout movement. Actually, I mentioned it, that when we are discussing about these things, that individual development and proficiency badge, what is the purpose of Scout movement? It is the purpose of Scout movement is to contribute to the development of young people in achieving their full physical, intellectual, social, emotional, and spiritual potential as individual. Just now I mentioned that as individual, when you will be considered as a complete individually developed person, when you develop all these parts. It is not a single thing. It is a collective thing. So as individual, as responsible citizen, and as member of the local, national, and international community. So the Scouting movement has a very broad purpose. And whatever we are doing, is we are just contributing a very smaller manner. So here, let me explain that what is basically individual development. When you are talking about individual development, we must have to know what is exactly individual development. How do we connect individual development with proficiency badge? Here, individual development means individual development includes activities that improve awareness and identity, develop talents and potential, build human capital and facilitate employability, enhance quality of life, contribute to the realization of dreams and aspirations. If you go through these words, then only you can realize that exactly what we do want to mean by this word individual development. Individual development. So individual development includes activities that improve awareness and identity, develop your talents and potential, build human capital and facilitate employability, enhance quality of life, contribute to the realization of dreams and aspirations. All these words, part of your individual development. The different activities you do, that will develop you individually. The concept is not limited to self-help, but includes formal and informal activities for developing others. Look, this is a part of our movement's law, movement's motto. It is when we are discussing about individual development, but the concept is not limited to your self-help or only self-development. It includes also the different activities for developing others. That means you are developing yourself by helping and developing the other people also. What we do in this organization, we never consider only our own personal goal, personal target, personal achievements. We also think about our group goal, the whole organization's goal. So here it is very important. And when personal development takes place in the context of institution, it refers to the methods, programs, tools, techniques, and assessment system that support human development at the individual level in organization. That means, look, in Bharat Scouts and Guides, there are the different methods, different programs, different tools, techniques, and assessment systems we have. All these tools, techniques, methods, programs, we used to do lots of activities in this organization. Basically, what is the reason behind it? Basically, all these things helps you to develop yourself. That is, it's support to human development at the individual level in the organization. We used to do all these things. Suppose today we are, all of us attending this webinar. All of us, including me, we are gaining some knowledge, sharing some knowledge in this process. By this process, we are developing ourselves. So this is also a part of your individual development. So individual development cannot be restricted into any particular things. So there are different activities we have in individual development. Different activities, the level of the individual and personal development includes the following activities: improving your self-awareness, improving your self-knowledge, building or renewing your identity or self-esteem, developing strengths or talents, improving your wealth. That is also important. Your spiritual development, identifying or improving potential, building employability or human capital, enhancing lifestyle or quality of life, improving your health, fulfilling aspirations, initiating a life, enterprise, or personal autonomy, defining and executing personal development plans, improving your social abilities. So these are the things, these are the activities which are part of your individual or personal development. So these things we are presenting here graphically. So when you are talking about personal development or individual development, these are actually the part of your individual development. That means all these things part of your individual development. When you are talking about individual development, that means these are collectively is your individual development. So here we are in our own course, that is the proficiency. We have approximately 100 Scout proficiency badges and more than 100, approximately 108 guide proficiency badges according to the last APRO, whatever I have noticed. If there will be any mistake, please rectify. So we have all these proficiency badges we have. How these proficiency badges will help us to develop. That means in the process of individual development. Here we have few proficiency badges. Let me touch the names and define that how these things will really help you in this individual development. Already we mentioned that what is basically the individual development, and individual development doesn't mean only your personal. It is also the development of your others also. When you are helping others to develop themselves also. So that is also part of your individual development. So here we have a proficiency badge like AIDS awareness. you know that this batch particularly is how important for this society. That means this batch will help the society from a dangerous disease. So you are helping this society by these, when you are doing this batch, completing this course or under this AIDS awareness batch, you are not only completing this badges contents, parallelly you are developing yourself by a good human being and developing the society also. So very important. That's why it is ranked as one given here, number one batch, AIDS awareness. Then we have these are badges particularly for guide section or Alpana, Rangoli. Is there anybody who can explain that how Alpana and Rangoli will be considered as a part of your individual development? Anybody, can you write these things, that how Alpana or Rangoli can help you to develop individually, especially for guide section, girl section? Here somebody in chat box, so many things given that I cannot read the name, but it is given that जिस बच्चा ने अपने पूरा टाइम स्काउटिंग को दे दिया, अब वो बच्चा सब जगह से ओवर एज हो रहा है और अब वो कहीं का नहीं रह पाएगा, ना तो कोई और जॉब का फॉर्म भी भर पा सकता है. Okay, I will reply all these things. Look, whoever it is related with this topic, so that's why I will reply on that thing. That here somebody is mentioned that जो बच्चा पूरा लाइफ स्काउटिंग पे दे दिया, that means he devoted his or her life in scouting. When he finishes his course, that time it is found that sometime he is overaged for any government job or any other places. So already I mentioned this thing in my career counseling session, that scouting organization, don't consider scouting organization as a employment exchange. It is, I know that it is very hard to listen, but scouting is an organization which will help you to build your career, but it is not responsible to give you career. So if you do scouting seriously, then there are hundreds of opportunities for your career, hundreds of opportunities. And today we are discussing about individual development. So one by one, as just we discussed about AIDS awareness, let me explain one example that in AIDS awareness, this is not only a batch. If you do seriously on these kind of things, you know, in India, there are lots of NGOs, those who recruit people for their courses, for their course of action. So there is also a lots of opportunity for your job. Suppose here, Alpana or Rangoli, it is a hobby. That means this proficiency badge, Alpana or Rangoli, this is this badge will encourage your creativity, that means your creativity skill. That means somebody who know very well about Alpana and Rangoli, they may have a creativity in drawing, sketching, or such kind of designing. So this will also develop in another part of your personality. So like this, let me switch over to different batches. Ambulanceman batch. then archer, then artist, all these things. You just pick up one by one, any one proficiency badges, you can find that the proficiency badges, whatever included in our course, all the proficiency badges are designed to develop your personality, your lifestyle, your career. If you think seriously, that is very important. If you consider the proficiency badges, at the very beginning, I mentioned it very frankly, that if you consider proficiency badges just a part or course content of your Ditiyo Sopan, Titiyo Sopan, Rajya Puruskar, and Rashtrapati, then it won't help you. If you really think about these proficiency badges seriously and go forward into this process, suppose you did a proficiency badge in artist, or somebody has done proficiency badge in archer or ambulance badge. All these things, don't you think that if you go forward in this process of archer or artist, you will build your career? Your overall, don't think about career, your overall personality will be developed. Your overall individual development will be there. So this artist and athlete, all these things, all these batches are given design. Look, athlete, we just few minutes ago discussed about the development, physical development. Don't you think that I just few minutes ago discussed about this thing, that when we are saying about development, individual development, there are a different part of your individual development. That means we are discussing about individual development. Here, individual development means basically these different parts. So what are the different parts already given? So here it is, physical development was at a part of this individual development. Don't you think that this athlete badge will help you physically into the overall process of this individual development or personal development? Individually, I just want to pick up each and every proficiency badge of our course structure to make you aware that all these proficiency badges are helping us to develop ourselves. That is, we call individual development or personal development. All these things, look one by one, there are lots and lots of proficiency badges we have. Look here, beautician. Right now, it is for the guide section. Beautician, you know that currently it is one of the evolving profession in this market, because beautician is not only for yourself, but also for your profession, for your career. So, like this, if you do this course, this proficiency badge seriously and go forward into this process, then you must find that you have developed yourself and parallelly you have developed your career also. Let me go forward to the next. That is bard warden, then boatman, then bookbinder. All these, there are different parts, different proficiency badges we have. Let me explain few others. Camp warden, then cancer awareness, then child nurse, chorister, citizen. Look here, this citizen. Have you ever done the proficiency badge, citizen proficiency badge? Have you go through the course content of citizen proficiency badge? If you go through the citizen proficiency badges, then you can find that in this badge, you must get there are the different structure is given that how you'll prepare a good citizen. So already it is given in our individual development process that to be a good citizen, you have to be a first good person. So good people, for better, to be a better people, to be a better citizen, if you consider these proficiency badges seriously, then I do personally believe that you must find out yourself after completion of these proficiency badge a better person. Let me explain others. Civil defense, climber, then community singing, then community workers. Can you explain that how this community worker will help you in the process of becoming a good citizen or in the process of becoming a good people? In everywhere in our organization, we used to ask our members, scouts and guides that do something for this community. So when we are doing something for our community, parallelly, what we are doing, we are developing ourselves also. That means by helping the community, you are fulfilling the social responsibility. That means in your individual development process, already there is there was a point, I mentioned it, that there was a point, social development. That means you are helping the society. So scouting proficiency badges is giving you all the opportunities to develop yourself by the different parts. Already I mentioned, again I'm repeating, that in the process of individual development, we used to say that spiritual development, physical development, intellectual development, emotional development, and social development. So all these part of your individual development. So when you are doing community worker batch, basically it will help you to do that social development nature part. Okay. So there are computer awareness. I don't think that I should explain this part, because computer awareness is such a indispensable part of your personal development process in this present age, especially in this COVID situation, because in this COVID situation, we realize that we can continue our normal process, even though physically interaction, we can continue this process by online mode, that is virtual mode. So if you want to be, if you want to run your normal process in this online mode, you must have to be aware about the computers. So computer awareness is very important part of your individual development. If you truly want to develop yourself, then computer awareness is very important part. So computer awareness proficiency badge is very important part of your individual development. Then it is parallelly computer skill for guide section. Then cook. It is a part of our course. Cook. Cooking means it is not just a process of doing some foods or making some foods. Cooking also a skill. So by this badge, proficiency badge, you are developing a skill. Developing a skill, that means you are developing yourself. So cooking is a very beautiful proficiency badge for developing yourself. Then cyclist, dairymaid, dancer, debater, all these things. Look, all these badges are individual qualities. That means these proficiency badges are included into the course to develop a particular quality of a human being. It is not necessary that all the scouts and guides will do all the proficiency badges. That is not asked in the course, but the options are given. Already I mentioned in the very first slide that proficiency badge means according to your personal interest, you will do these things. So your personal interest, that will help you to build your individualism. So when you will find your interest in debater, then you will do these things. And by this badge, you will find that you become a truly good debater. So by this proficiency badge will help you to find out your interest, to develop your interest. So that is very important. Then disaster management. This is also for the society. Basically, in our movement, whatever badges are there, the main objective is that by developing ourselves, what we do want, that we want to develop the society. So everywhere you can find the effects. So this disaster management is also a badge by which you can develop your skill. What kind of skill? That how to help the society at the time of disaster. So these are the things. Then domestic services, drug awareness, very important for this current situation when the youths are addicted by so many drugs and so many things. So you have to develop the drug awareness and the medicines, what should take, what should not, all these things. Then ecologist, electronics, embroideries. These are the personal qualities. Entertainer. These are the personal qualities. That means by these proficiency badge, you are developing your personal qualities. When you are doing this entertainer badge, that means you are developing yourself as a good entertainer. So in these badges is truly develop your personal interest and personal qualities. Then the event manager. I'm very much interested about this topic. Already I mentioned that because I belong to a management college. So event manager, I personally believe every scout and guide, by nature, they are a good event manager. By nature. Whether you will do this proficiency badge or not, doesn't matter. You are a true event manager. Because from your beginning, first day of your movement, whatever you have done, you just remember that you are given some responsibility by your leaders, by your seniors, and you have completed it successfully. So you are by default a good event manager. So these particular proficiency badges is actually asking us to develop that skill. What people used to get this skill in formal education system. Right now in MBA, the people used to go for their MBA master's degree in event management. But you are getting these things not theoretically, but practically by these badges, event manager. So these badges will really help you to develop yourself. Then farmer. What thing I should say about this thing? Because India is an agro-based country. Here, farming is currently India developing as an industrial-based country, but farming is the main source of your economy. So farmer, every child should know about the farming and the techniques of farming. So farmer, those the scouts and guides, those who belong to the rural areas, even from the urban areas also, they should, if they will do this farmer, doesn't mean whatever we do believe previously we have a picture of farmer. Currently, if you go through Google and so many places, you can find that so many educated people, highly educated people, they are doing farming and they are getting marvelous results. So farmer, this is a very good proficiency badge which will really help you to develop yourself. Then fireman, florist, folk dancer, free being me. I think all of you are aware about these things, free being me. So individually. After this webinar, whenever you will do the proficiency badge, at least once you should go through the proficiency badge and realize only one thing, once, that what exactly this proficiency badge will help you. At least once. That will be the success of my webinar. Because whenever you will do this proficiency badge, first of all, you just think that why I'm doing this proficiency badge. That is the first question you will ask yourself, that why I'm doing this proficiency badge. Just it is given. There are lots of options given in the APRO. But why I'm doing particularly this proficiency badge? Will it really help me? That is the biggest question. If the answer will come from your inner side, that yes, it will help you, the next question will be there, that how it will help me. Then you have to think that whether your interest will match with your proficiency badge or not. That is very important. With somebody is doing a particular proficiency badge, that's why I'm doing this proficiency badge. This is not like that. Then today's topic will be absolutely failure. When it will be successful, when you will choose your proficiency badge according to your own interest, your own goal of your life. According to that, you have chosen your proficiency badge. Then today's discussion, today's webinar will be truly successful, because we are discussing about proficiency badge in individual development. So how individual development is possible? When you will choose the proficiency badge according to your goal of life, your interest, your passion. Then only these proficiency badges, whatever we have, these badges will help you develop yourself. So there are lots and lots of proficiency badges. We have approximately 100 badges we have already mentioned here. I think all of you know about these badges. When you will do this, get these badges into your course, that moment you must think about these badges, that why you are doing this badge. It is right now, suppose literacy, or just a minute. Suppose leather worker. Somebody will think that it is a job of cobbler. That means why I should do this leather worker things. But you people, those who are well aware about the current scenario of business world or current scenario of latest trend, they know very well currently the business of leather products. There is a huge opportunity of business in leather products. Huge opportunity. So leather worker is not the job of cobbler right now in today's world. So if you do this leather worker proficiency badge, you will and continue the process, then you can find that this leather worker will help you as an individual and help you to build your career. So there are lots of examples we have actually: musician, music lover, naturalist, nutrition educator. Right now, you people know about these things, that nutrition educator, it is a profession right now. So nutrition educator, when you do this course, especially during the COVID situation, मैं आप लोगों को एक इसके बीच में एक स्टोरी सुनाता हूँ. ये न्यूट्रिशन एजुकेटर से मुझे याद आया. ये कोविड सिचुएशन में ऐसा हाल था, किसी से भी बात करते थे तो वो एक न्यूट्रिशन एजुकेटर की तरह एडवाइस देते रहता था। शायद आप लोगों के साथ भी हुआ है कि ये खा लो, वो खा लो, ये गर्म पानी पी लो, वो खाने से कोविड नहीं होगा, कोरोना नहीं होगा, वो पीने से नहीं होगा। दैट मीन्स everyone, by getting some informations in the social network or some in news channels, everyone in our family, in our relatives, in our friends, everywhere became the nutrition educator. But in this proficiency badge, it is not like that kind of nutrition educator. Here it is given that you will be, when you will complete these badges, then at that moment, you will be a well-educated nutritionist. That means in a nutrition educator, you should aware about the different calories or different parameters of different foods and how it will help or it will put effects on your body. So if you have a passion to be a nutritionist in your future, then this nutrition educator will really help you into your future. That means this nutrition educator badge is not only a course content that will build your career also. So then pathfinder, photographer, pioneer, population education, poultry farmer, public health, all these things, whatever proficiency badges we have, whenever I used to go through these things, rural worker, in this aspect, let me tell you one thing. Rural worker, for your kind information, let me tell you that currently in India, there is a very hot favorite management course that is called rural management. And in rural management, people are taught that how, because India, already you mentioned that India is an agro-based country and here a large number of population live in rural area. So if you truly develop your country, then you must have to develop the rural part of your country. So you always, if you concentrate only on your urban area and the big cities, then ultimately your country won't develop. So how to develop the rural areas, that is a topic of research today. And there are so many companies, those who are working in rural area, and for particularly manage the works of rural development, there is a part of rural management. So here, rural worker, we will get few informations about the rural development and rural work, how you have to do these things. And in future, you can, by getting this knowledge, you can do your future in rural management also. So you have a very good opportunity by these proficiency badges. Then safety knowledge, saleswoman, sanitation promoter, scholar, sea fisherman, secretary, self-defense, signaler, singer. This is a hobby and profession also currently, because it is not only a hobby, but also a profession. Then soil conservator, solar energy awareness. Those who are still searching for a good career, let me tell you one thing, that within next 20 years, India is going to convert their energy dependency from this power, that means the hydro sector and the coal-based energy sector, to this other sources like atomic energy, solar energy, and the other wind energy. So solar energy is one of the most promising sector in India, especially, not only in India, in this world also, for the next decade, for next 10 to 20 years. So if any scout and guide, those who are in a school level or college level, if they want to build their career and finding something exciting in their future, which will flourish their future, then you can get this solar energy awareness program and do something seriously in this process. I will assure you that you will get a very good result after this process. Okay, so there are lots of things. And regarding toy maker, in my last webinar, I have already mentioned that in India, after after this COVID situation, the government of India, especially the Prime Minister, he announced that India will be the future toy industry leader. That means currently all of you aware that the toy industry is dominated by China, and we used to import the toys from the China market. So toy industry is going to be the booming sector in India, as the government is helping the toy industrialists and those who are going to set up their startups. So the scout and guides, they are very good in handicrafts, very, very good in toy making. So if you really think about your career in this process, then do this proficiency badge seriously. Then you can find, because whatever I'm telling, this is the next decade's program. India has planned to be the toy maker leader in this world. So whatever they plan, that will be reflected in next 10 years. So if you people will think that, yes, I will do my career in this process, I have a very good knowledge about handicrafts and all these things, toy making, then if you do this proficiency badge, whatever is given in our course structure, if you do these things, then really this will help you in your personal development parallelly by your career development. So toy making is a very good option. Then weaver, world conservation, world friendship, and writer. Yoga. What about yoga? Yoga, currently, you will be surprised that in India, there are lots of universities and colleges, they have started their course in yoga. That means the diploma course, the bachelor's course, the master's course. And here in our proficiency badges, already the yoga batch is included. So if you want to build your career, don't think about career. If at least you want to make yourself fit, that means it is a part of your individual development, physical development. If you want to make you fit, then you should go for yoga proficiency badge and do it seriously to be fit. And if you want to make it as a career, then after this proficiency badge, you have to advance yourself into some bachelor's degree or for master's degree or some diploma degree and get certified. And thereafter, you will make yourself a certified yoga instructor. That is, there is a huge demand of certified yoga instructor, not only in India, throughout the world. So you have a very good career options by which, that means these proficiency batch will really help you to develop yourself. Then aviator, backwoodsman, electrician, explorer, forester, hospitalman, map maker, marksman, so many things are there in this process. So already we discussed a lot on these things. I think already it has been discussed. Now, is there any question from anybody else? Is there any question?
Sir, we cannot see any question. Some suggestion is there, and some of our members, they want to know the process, how to earn the badge. So there is already badge committee in each district association.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, actually, a few person was asking about the things that regarding the age and the badges. That means somebody was asked that scouting करते करते तो पूरा एज गुजर जाता है, तो उसके बाद हम कैसे जॉब के फॉर्म फिलअप करें. तो इसके लिए मैं आप लोगों को एक बात जरूर बोलूंगा. इफ यू इज देयर एनी प्रॉब्लम इन हिंदी आल्सो?
No, you can use Hindi, but Hindi and English is most.
Okay. So somebody is asked in Hindi, that's why I'm replying in Hindi. That आप लोगों को मैं एक चीज जरूर बताऊंगा, because I'm a career counselor. So whatever I realized that the proficiency badges, whatever proficiency badge, individually एक proficiency badge तो मैं आज पूरा explain नहीं कर पाया क्योंकि उतना time नहीं होता individually. आप लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे से जानकारी है इस इंडिविजुअल प्रोफिशिएंसी बैजेस के बारे में, बट मैं उस प्रोफिशिएंसी बैजेस के साथ लेटेस्ट डिमांड्स क्या है उसका मैं जरूर आप लोगों को मैं जितना हो सके वो बताया आज. एक चीज है कि आप प्रोफिशिएंसी बैजेस को मैं हर बार बोलूंगा कि आप लोगों को इसको बहुत सीरियसली लेना है. आज हम लोग इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं. इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट्स में हम लोग बताएं देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स. इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट इज नॉट अ सिंगल वर्ड. यहाँ पर बहुत सारे चीज को कलेक्टिवली लेके हम लोग इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट बताते हैं. तो इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट में आपका कैरियर डेवलपमेंट भी एक पार्ट होता है. तो आप अपने कैरियर को अगर सेटल करना चाहते हैं, इफ यू आर रियली सीरियस अबाउट योर कैरियर, देन यू मस्ट थिंक अबाउट द प्रोफिशिएंसी बैज बिफोर चूजिंग इट. मतलब क्या, आप जब प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच को पिक कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम द्वितीय सोपान एंड राज्य पुरस्कार एंड देन राष्ट्रपति अवार्ड, डोंट चूज द प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच रैंडमली. आप प्रोफिशिएंसी बैचेस को जस्ट एक प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच की तरह मत कंसीडर कीजिए कि वो एक बैच लिस्ट में दिया हुआ है, मुझे एक कोई ना कोई एक करना पड़ेगा, एक सर्टिफिकेट लेना पड़ेगा. देन ट्रूली स्पीकिंग द होल डिस्कशन विल बी फेलियर. You have to consider this proficiency badge, whatever the topic today we have. That means proficiency badge for your individual development. And individual development तभी होगा जब आप उस बैच को बहुत सोच समझ के पिकअप करेंगे लिस्ट से. BSNG अपने APRO में बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस दिया हुआ है आपके लिए. आपको वहां से अपना पसंदीदा in the sense that according to your interest, already I mentioned that according to your interest, according to your passion. Suppose just now I mentioned that toy making. मैंने टॉय मेकिंग के बारे में बताया, मैंने कंप्यूटर अवेयरनेस के बारे में बताया, मैंने सोलर एनर्जी के बारे में बताया, मैंने बताया कि नेक्स्ट डिकेड में इसका एक ह्यूज डिमांड इंडिया में होने वाला है. बिकॉज सोलर एनर्जी, टॉय मेकिंग, दीज आर द फ्यूचरिस्टिक टारगेट्स इन इंडिया. तो आप ये वेबिनार सुनने के बाद अगर आप इंटरेस्टेड बन गए हैं कि भाई मुझे सोलर एनर्जी पे काम करना है या टॉय मेकिंग पे काम करना है, नो, दिस इज नॉट द एग्जैक्ट प्रोसेस. First of all, you have to ask yourself that whether I have the interest on that thing or not. किसी ने, मैंने बता दिया आपको और आपने पिकअप कर लिया और आपने उसको चूज करके प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच कर लिए और इन फ्यूचर उसके कोर्स भी कर लिए. That won't help you to build your career or build your future. It will help you when you will choose wisely. Wisely in the sense, आप पहले खुद से पूछिए कि मुझे क्या अच्छा लगता है, मुझे क्या ये काम करने में अच्छा लगता है, मैं क्या अपने फ्यूचर में इसको लेके आगे बढ़ना चाहता हूं या नहीं चाहता. If the answer will get, positive answer you will get from your inside, then choose that proficiency badge. आपके लिस्ट से वो proficiency badge को चूज कीजिए. And remember, here, as I mentioned at the very beginning, BSNG's course structure is not a formal education course structure. It is a non-formal education structure. So here, all these things are not for career. Here, the course structure is designed to develop yourself. Develop yourself means there are spiritual development, there may be your physical development, there may be your social development. So whenever you are choosing the proficiency badges from the list during the course structure, during this course curriculum, then keep these things in your mind that your physical development, your social development, your intellectual development, all these things will be balanced. सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग बस प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच को चूज ही कर रहे हैं, ये हमारे कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर का वो वोकेशनल कोर्स की तरह है कि मैं उसको वोकेशनल कोर्स की तरह पिकअप कर लिया और उससे मैं फ्यूचर में कैरियर बनाऊंगा. It's not like that. Here it is already at the very beginning I mentioned that proficiency badges are designed beautifully for balanced growth of a child, and balanced growth by the different development already I mentioned. So whenever in future, I hope you people will choose the proficiency badge, you people must think twice that why I'm choosing this proficiency badge, how it will help me to develop myself. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
So once again, I would like to invite Mr. Anil Sharma, Honorable Assistant Director of Northeast Region, to take the screen. Sir.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you, sir. Really, it is a helpful session for all the members of Bharat Scout and Guide. I hope so. I supposed to not come in between here, but when I gone through the messages, then I feel that I should come in between, because if I give the answer also message, it will not reach to everyone. Being a member of the society, in society we know that our people are there. हमारे society में दोनों type का people है, negative minded or positive minded. When we see that 150 members are taking the session in positive way, one member is giving some negative comments in the chat box. So in that case, I request you to follow the Gandhiji's rule, the 3 monkey. That is the better way, because some people are there, they don't know where and when they have to put the words. कुछ लोग हमारे बीच में होता है कि उनको मालूम नहीं होता है कौन सा जगह में क्या बात करना है. ये वेबिनार का जब टाइटल उनको देखा होगा, उन्होंने समझना सही है, ये वेबिनार हमने अरेंज किया हमारे युवाओं को मदद मिलने के लिए. प्रोफिशिएंसी बेस एक युवा को कैसे डेवलप कर सकते, उसको छोड़ के वो दूसरा कुछ टॉपिक लाया जो ओवरेज हो गया. Baden Powell, founder of the movement, he told that I give all the ideas to a scoutmaster to create a better citizen. एक अच्छा नागरिक बनने के लिए मैं सब कुछ दे दिया. You go through the book Scouting for Boys itself, it lead the unit. आप सभी लागू करने के बाद भी आपका बच्चे अच्छा नहीं हो रहे, तो इसका मतलब है आपका जो ये मिक्सर बना रहे स्काउटिंग, जो स्किल आप सिखा रहे उसमें कुछ गलतियां है. तो गलती स्काउटिंग को मत दीजिए, स्काउटिंग सिखाने वाला का गलती होगा. So please go through the books, try to study. If you have caliberty, if you have the quality, please send a message or mail to us. We are going to invite you for the next session. You can deliver a session here. So it is better, don't damage the environment. When all the young people, all the unit leaders and trainers listening the webinar properly, 1 or 2% who is coming and giving negative comments, so that's very bad. So in that case, again, I request all members to follow the rules of Gandhiji. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. जिंदगी है, ऊपर नीचे तो ऐसे कभी कभी होती ही रहती है, तो अच्छे सिटीजन होने के नाते ये हमारा कर्तव्य है कि हम बुरी चीजों को निकाल कर अच्छी आदत अपनाएं। तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं हमारे प्रोग्राम की ओर। तो आगे जो भी हमारा प्रोग्राम है इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। तो मैं तो ये बताने वाली नहीं हूँ कि आगे क्या कौन सा प्रोग्राम है। मैं अपनी जो लोग हमारे साथ पार्टिसिपेंट्स जुड़े हुए हैं उन लोगों से जानना चाहती हूँ कि क्या वो गैस कर सकते हैं कि हमारे आगे का जो प्रोग्राम है वो क्या है। I want to request to every participant to give a comment in the comment box what will be the next quiz. Wow, I got some answers from our participants. That's lovely. Okay, then if you are ready, then give me a virtual comfortable to start the quiz. Can you start? I request to the IT team to share the quiz link. Wow, there is a link in the comment section. You can join with us. I request participants join with us as soon as possible for starting the quiz. It's going to be more interesting because a lot of participants are answering up my question. There is a quiz session.
Yes, indeed, Pasha. Because I think all of them are really like they are really like amazed, got surprised. Like, what are the things that we are gonna been just kept for them? Like, they are really surprised for the quiz. So why wait? Just go and click the link.
Join with your the slido.com with the hashtag SW07. You can scan those QR code.
Dear participants, the link has put in the chat box. Kindly please go through the chat box. The link is yes, we can see like many of the participants have joined the quiz. So I request all the participants to join. Just click the link and join the quiz and be the part of this amazing session.
You can search on the Google the slido.com and put it hashtag SW07.
Only for
IT team, please share the link and once again. Okay, Omit is sharing. Okay, thank you.
yes. We are getting more participants.
Hurry up, guys. There are a lot of participants.
Wow. Varsha, just go through the screen like.
Yeah, it's randomly
Wow.
increasing.
You guys
So
are
we
really
wait for
awesome.
more. Hurry up, guys. जिन्होंने भी अभी तक ज्वाइन नहीं किया है हमारे कमेंट बॉक्स पर आप लोगों को लिंक भेज दिया गया है या फिर आप लोग गूगल पे slido.com सर्च करके हैशटैग SW07 यूज करके आप हमने स्क्रीन पर ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। आप लोग देख सकते हैं कि हमारे बहुत सारे पार्टिसिपेंट ज्वाइन कर लिए हैं। तो अभी हम और थोड़ा 2 मिनट वेट कर लेते हैं ताकि और भी पार्टिसिपेंट हमारे साथ जुड़ सकेंगे।
Yes, the quiz is about to begin, so hurry up. सब लोग wow.
Okay, are you ready, guys? Woohoo. Okay, we can see there are a lot of participants in the quiz program.
They are all set for the quiz.
Yes, we are ready. Devojyoti commented that yes, we are ready. Okay, we will start soon. Yeah. Akash, can we start the quiz?
Why not?
Uh,
They are all waiting for the questions.
Okay, participants, here is the first question. Be ready. 21st century skills required media and desk literacy. The options are there. Option A, creative, B, information, C, language, and D, none of the above. Please, guys, answer. Please click the correct answer.
Yes,
The
yes,
time
yes,
is
yes, yes. Is
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1, 0,
Time's
and
out.
done. And a lot of participants have choose that creative, and 28% participant has choose the information, and that's 80% participant choose that language. Let's see the correct answer. Wow, that is the creative. Congratulations all the participants, those who are clicking on the creative as their answer.
So, shall we move to the next question, right? E-learning start for English learning, exclusive learning, engaged learning, and electronic learning. So tell me, e-learning stands for what?
Wow, the time is going
Yes,
so fast. Please, guys, click on the correct answer.
9,
E-learning
8,
stands for
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1, and
Time's out.
0. Time up.
Yes.
The answer.
Wow. For English learning, we got 15%. For exclusive learning, we got 17%. For engaged learning, we got 11%. And for electronic learning, we got 57%. So shall we move to the answers, please? Wow. The answer, the e-learning stands for electronic learning. Congratulations, the dear participants.
Oh, the next question is, in 21st century, education has changed to ways the thinking and that. Option A is a way of studying, B, way of asking questions, C, ways of working, and D, ways of education. Please, guys, click on the answer. Wow, the time is going so fastly. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's done.
And time's out.
Oh, the most of participants are choosing option B as the answer, ways of education, and less number of are there in the ways of asking question. Let's see the correct answer. Oh, the correct
Yes.
answer is ways of working, and that answered
Even
by
I
the
guessed the C.
participant.
Even I guessed the
Oh,
C, but
only 22%. Okay, congratulations who have choose the answer is C, ways of work.
so shall we move to the next question? 21st century learn should be constantly learning, growing, and dash for fast changing world. A. Adapting. B. Communicating. C. Experiencing. And none of the above. So what will you choose? Adapting, communicating, experiencing, or none of the above?
Choose
Times
fast.
are 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's
And
out.
it's done.
Yes. So, Basha, let's go to the percentage. Like for adapting, we got 33%. For communicating, we got 45%. For experience, we got 20%. And none of the above. For none of the above, we got no one.
Oh,
Wow. So
the answer is
yes,
adapting, where we got only
yes, the right answer is
33%.
adapting. 21st century learn should be constantly learning, growing, and adapting for the last changing world, for the fast changing world. Wow.
What do the four C's stands for the 21st century skills? A. Chill, class, communicate, and call. And option B stands classroom, campus, cult, and city. And C. Communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. And D stands for coherent, correct, co-found, and complete. Let's see what our participants choosing as their answer.
And time's out. Yes.
Wow,
Okay.
there are 88% participants choosing as option C. That's communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Let's see the answer. Wow,
Yes.
that's right. That's communication, collaboration,
Creativity
creativity,
and
and critical
critical
thinking.
thinking.
Wow, we have done with our quiz session. It's such a wonderful
Congratulations to
session.
winners.
Wow,
Wow.
congratulations those who are in top 5 and top 1. Avinash, congratulations. You completed in 32 seconds only. Swagat Kumar Tripathi, Jansit, Pushpa, Apajita, congratulations to all the participants for participating in our quiz.
Congratulations, everyone. And I think,
Thank
Varsha, I think everyone has enjoyed a lot with our quiz.
Wow, wow, yeah, I can see too. There are a
So
lot
can we
of
have the reactions on
participants.
the chat box? Isn't it, Varsha? Can we have the reactions on the chat box?
Wow, yeah.
Yes, many of them saying like, wow, awesome. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for connecting with us and actively participating in our quiz competition like on the 21st century skills. Moving to next, I would like to invite on the screen Mrs. Kumud Mehra, the Assistant Director of Southern Region, for blessing us and speak a few words. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Varsha. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. The future belongs to those who learn more skill and combine them in creative ways. भविष्य उनका है जो अधिक कौशल सीखते हैं और उन्हें रचनात्मक ढंग से रचनात्मक तरीके से जोड़ते हैं. गुड इवनिंग वन एंड ऑल. सभी को मेरा नमस्ते. मोस्ट रिस्पेक्टेड प्रोफेसर शांतनु मजूमदार जी, विधान चंद्रा कॉलेज, आसनसोल, वेस्ट बंगाल. All respected dignitaries who's present here, respected our Deputy Director Srimati Surekha Srivastava Madam, Assistant Director any region Mr. Anlendra Sharma, in charge of this event Ms. Anima Ikka from Assam, and dear unit leaders, rovers, rangers, and scouts and guides. It's my privilege and great honor for me. I'm here with you and to speak about a few words, and yes, I will speak about this topic also. That is a very, very important topic, proficiency badge and individual development of a scout guide. So I will share some points. Already our today's speaker, very good speaker, because I was full from the beginning, Santanu Majumdar ji speak everything everything he covered and clear and explained very nicely. Yes, I also will share. So if we will talk about the individual development of young people, so first we will see our fundamental of Bharat Scouts and Guide. Our fundamental speaks about 4 important points, that is the definition, purpose, principle, and method. And the purpose of this movement, is to contribute to the development of young people, Cubs, Bulbul, Scout, Guide, Rovers, and Rangers, and all the related, all this, our purposes speak about the all types of development that already Santanuji explained very nicely. That is the physical, intellectual, emotional, social, and spiritual. So before that, we have to understand, because we have our badge system. in our scouting guiding, in our movement, we have our badge system, and we have to understand what is the badge system. I will take not much time, but I will share important pointer. So what is the badge system? Why badge system is here for the scout guide and youth? And badge scheme, what is the badge scheme? So we will see why, what, and how it is, how they will achieve. So we will talk about the 3 points: why badge system, badge scheme, and advancement scheme. And everything, all these points are connected with the individual development of scout guide. And so many scouts guide, they ask many questions that also I will cover. क्या मुझे टाइम मिला है उसमें. तो सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे हमारा बैच सिस्टम क्या है. हमारे भारत स्काउट गाइड में हम बैच सिस्टम की बात करते हैं. एंड व्हाई बैच सिस्टम? सो एवरी इंडिविजुअल डिजायर टू अचीव हिज फुल पोटेंशियल ग्रोथ, टू बिकम एडल्ट, टू बिकम अ कंप्लीट पर्सन. दैट इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, व्हाई बैच सिस्टम. Second is to satisfy his desire to fulfill his need to help him and her all through in his process of development. And our movement offer his a program, that is the proficiency badge. We can say the proficiency badge and badge system. The program is adjusted to different place, different phase of life, like childhood led, हम कह सकते हैं बाल अवस्था से लेके किशोर अवस्था तक जो उनको मौके मिले हुए हैं अपने आप को विकसित करने के लिए, उसके बारे में प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच पे कहा गया है. सो स्टार्टिंग एट द recruit stage, when he will join, she will join as a scout guide, and we can say getting new experience. His progress on till the get Rashtrapati, we can say not Rashtrapati award, President. Now it is President award. So from the beginning to President award, and in the process, attain strong character, healthy body, alert mind, and an attitude of service to others, that is a social service, that already covered by the Santanu. So this all points related with the self development, individual development. ये जो बैच सिस्टम हमारे भारत स्काउट गाइड ने जो दिया है हमारे यूथ को लेके, इसमें पूरा उनका ऑल टाइप डेवलपमेंट होता है, किस तरीके से वो इसको कंप्लीट करते हैं. सेकंड इज द बैज स्कीम. सो बैज स्कीम क्या है? बैज स्कीम में क्या है? इट इज अ रिकॉग्निशन प्लान. इट इज अ रिकॉग्निशन प्लान that attract the youth towards our movement. हमारे स्काउट हमारे मेंबर्स को अट्रैक्ट करता है, जो रिकॉग्नाइजेशन है यहाँ पर, इसके बारे में ये बैच स्कीम बात कर रही है. इट कैटर टू इंडिविजुअल टास्क फॉर प्रोग्रेसिंग अलोंग इज इंटरेस्ट एंड एबिलिटी. उनकी चॉइस के हिसाब से, उनकी एबिलिटी के हिसाब से वो लोग यहाँ पे काम, जो हमारा यूथ है वो ये काम कर सकता है. उनको टास्क दिया हुआ है. दिस इज नॉट सिंपल think, you know, कि proficiency batch is a very simple thing. No, he and she has to complete task. It means problem is there and solving also there. So how he and she will solve the problem, how he will take the next step, that also speak in our batch system. And yes, it leads to an experience which are not readily available at home or in school. सिंपल थिंग नहीं है कि आपको घर में बैठ के और ये सब मिल जाएगा. इसके लिए आपको टास्क को क्लियर करना है. एक्सपीरियंस से होगा. कैसे होगा? एक्सपीरियंस से होगा. एंड इट प्रोवाइड्स अ बैलेंस बिटवीन द नॉलेज एंड प्रैक्टिस एंड लीड टू ऑल राउंड डेवलपमेंट. यस, हम कहते हैं नॉलेज है, तो नॉलेज के लिए कहा गया नॉलेज इज नॉट स्किल. नॉलेज प्लस 10,000 टाइम इज स्किल. 10,000 टाइम इज स्किल. सिर्फ नॉलेज लेना ही नहीं है, इसको कवर करना, प्रैक्टिकल, वो प्रैक्टिस करेगा. जैसे कि सर ने बताया कि उसका हॉबी है, उसको डे बाय डे वो करने के बाद में प्रैक्टिस में आएगा, देन ही विल लीड, ही एंड शी विल लीड. उसका कैसे ऑल टाइप डेवलपमेंट होगा. मैनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर देयर, दैट इज आउटडोर एंड इंडोर अपॉर्चुनिटी ही एंड शी है, एंड ही कैन अचीव. देन यस, encourage the full use our method. We have our method, उससे भी उसको यूज करना है. उस मेथड से ही वो अपना ऑल टाइप डेवलपमेंट कर सकता है. सिंपल थिंग, पेट्रोल सिस्टम, लर्निंग बाय डूइंग, और अवर न्यू एडवांसमेंट स्कीम, दैट एवरीथिंग इज इंक्लूडिंग इन मेथड. एंड नेक्स्ट, एडवांसमेंट स्कीम. सो एडवांसमेंट स्कीम, इट इज how he will complete. So how he will complete? It is a recognition, already I told. It is a recognition of what a youth is able to do, not a reward for what he has done. वो कैसे कर सकता है, ये उसमें मतलब उसको पहचानना, कहते हैं ना अच्छे कार्यों के लिए प्रशंसा और उसको पहचानना, तो यहाँ रिकॉग्निशन किया हुआ है कि उसको किस तरीके से वो एबल है उसको कंप्लीट करने के लिए। एंड इट इज अ मीन टू अचीव एन ऑब्जेक्टिव, नॉट एन itself and in itself. So एक ऑब्जेक्टिव है जिसको कि उसको कंप्लीट करना है. And is the personal character of the youth which are we can say the compulsory essential indispensable, तो कुछ मतलब कंपल्सरी है जो कैरेक्टर्स को कंप्लीट करना है. And each youth progress at its own rate in term of ambition, time and ability. और जो हमारा टाइम पीरियड दिया हुआ है 12 to 18 मंथ में, उसको इस पीरियड में ही उसको हमारे बैचेस जो है कंप्लीट करने के लिए, बट सिंपल. And we can say that it is so designed that the average scout and guide can complete a stage within the 12 to 18 month. So अभी कोई किसी ने पूछा था, एक क्वेश्चन किया था कि कहाँ से हम कैसे कंप्लीट करेंगे. So we have our syllabus, that is the APRO part 2 and part 3. Part 2 for the scout wing and part 3 for the guide wing. All the proficiency batch, we have more than 100 proficiency for scout and guide, and more than 50 proficiency batch for the rovers rangers, and 22 and 23 proficiency batch for the cubs and bulbul. So we have proficiency batch. How he will complete, everything is mentioned, a very simple thing. उधर पर ज्यादा भी नहीं है कि बहुत कुछ काम करना है, दिया हुआ है यूजफुल नॉलेज और इनडायरेक्टली हेल्पिंग हिम टू डेवलप सोशली, उसको कैसे मतलब करना है, न्यूनतम निर्देश भी दिए गए हैं. इन प्लेस अ मोर valuable or emphasis on doing, making, creating things, and minimum instruction and examination. So बहुत ही कम एग्जामिनेशन और कम निर्देशों के द्वारा, कम परीक्षा के द्वारा उसको कंप्लीट करना है. तो बहुत सिंपल तरीके से कर सकता है, बट उसको इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए इसको करने के लिए. सो अभी मैं आपको बता रही थी मोर देन 100 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच, और अगर हम अभी हमारा जो स्पीकर्स थे उन्होंने सब कुछ बहुत अच्छे से एक एक प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच को समझाया. तो अपनी चॉइस के हिसाब से स्काउट गाइड रोवर रेंजर्स दे कैन सेलेक्ट प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच. अभी प्रैक्टिकली क्या हो रहा है, प्रैक्टिकली ये है कि हम लोग नहीं देख रहे हैं, हमारे जो रोवर्स रेंजर्स स्काउट गाइड वो पूरा सिलेबस नहीं देखते हैं. बहुत सारा प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच है जो उनकी इंटरेस्ट का है, जिसको कि वो जो उनकी हॉबी है उसको सेलेक्ट करके और वो आगे अपना डेवलप करके और अर्निंग कर सकता है, बहुत बड़ा बिजनेसमैन बन सकता है. दैट ऑलरेडी एवरीथिंग शेयर बाय द अवर रिसोर्स पर्सन. सो उसको जानना है, ही शुड नो अबाउट द प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच, कितना प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच हमारे पास में है. और ये भी बताना चाहूंगी कि जो हमारा प्रोफिशिएंसी बैचेस है उसको कैटेगरी में डिवाइड किया, 5 इंपॉर्टेंट कैटेगरी में बांटा गया है. दैट इज द कैरेक्टर, फिजिकल हेल्थ, हैंडीक्राफ्ट, सर्विस, कंजर्वेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. बिफोर इट वाज नॉट देयर टेक्नोलॉजी, नाउ द एडेड बिकॉज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नाउ नीड ऑफ द यूथ नाउ अ डेज. सो ये जो 5 उसका जो कैटेगरी है, इसके द्वारा ही उसका फुल इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट संभव है. लेकिन हमको उसको जानना पड़ेगा क्या प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच है. बहुत लोगों ने क्वेश्चन भी किया है कैसे मिलेगा, कहाँ से मिलेगा. उसके भी हमारे एपीआरओ में और हमारे सिलेबस में, रूल बुक में सब कुछ मेंशन है, कैसे मिलेगा, कहाँ मिलेगा, वो भी उनको जानना पड़ेगा. तो अभी हमने बैच सिस्टम देखा, जैसे हमने प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच की बात कर रहे हैं. सो फॉर ईच स्टेज, for the advancement, boy and girls has to choose the proficiency batch out of various option. बहुत सारे ऑप्शन है और वो यूज कर सकते हैं. एवरीथिंग अवेलेबल इन आवर सिलेबस. सो जो अभी मैंने बताया, उसके साथ साथ एक और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट बात मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी. हमारे पास में एफिशिएंसी कार्ड का सिस्टम भी है. जो रोवर रेंजर से स्काउट गाइड है, मोर देन दे वांट टू अर्न मोर प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच, वो कर सकते हैं. उनके लिए यहाँ पर अभी कल ही एक रोवर ने मेल भेजा कि आई एम एलिजिबल फॉर द येलो कार्ड, हाउ आई विल कलेक्ट दिस एंड वेयर आई कैन. सो ये उनको पता होना चाहिए. यस, बहुत अच्छी बात है कि सभी कार्ड को वो कंप्लीट कर रहा है. तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच करने के लिए भी उसमें दिया है. तो हमारे एपीआरओ पार्ट 3 में बताया गया है कि अगर स्काउट द्वितीय सोपान के बाद, आफ्टर द्वितीय सोपान, गाइड और स्काउट में अर्न मोर प्रोफिशिएंसी बैचेस. So 6 proficiency badges for the blue card. अगर वो 6 proficiency badge करता है तो उसको blue card मिलेगा, और by the district comes the guide. और अगर वो दूसरा इसमें तृतीय सोपान जो गाइड है, स्काउट गाइड है, वो अगर प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच करते हैं, 12 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच करते हैं तो उनको ग्रीन कार्ड मिलेगा. और अगर 18 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच कंप्लीट करते हैं तो उनको गोल्डन कार्ड मिलेगा स्काउट गाइड के लिए. और वो भी उनको डिस्ट्रिक्ट चीफ कमिश्नर और डिस्ट्रिक्ट कमिश्नर गाइड के द्वारा दिया जाएगा। तो ये प्रावधान है, पर आपको जानना पड़ेगा। ऐसे ही रोवर रेंजर्स के लिए येलो कॉट है। येलो कॉट के लिए उनको 12 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा। पर्पल कॉट 7 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा येलो के लिए। 12 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा उनको पर्पल कॉट के लिए। और उसके बाद में जो ट्राई कलर प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच है उसके लिए उसको 5 प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच करना पड़ेगा राष्ट्रपति रेंजर के लिए। जो भी राष्ट्रपति कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं उनके लिए ये प्रावधान एपीआरओ में दिया हुआ है। सो ये सब प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच वो आराम से ले सकते हैं और ये कॉर्ड भी प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। ये कॉर्ड हमारे नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर सप्लाई सर्विस में अवेलेबल है। वो ये भी पूछा कहाँ मिलेगा। सो ये सब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसका होता है? वी हैव अवर डिस्ट्रिक्ट बैच कमेटी. District batch committee responsible for the providing badges, providing all the material, we can say the badges or certificate, proficiency badge, everything will be provided by the committee, batch committee. And in our rule book, rule number 125, page number 103 में दिया हुआ है बैच कमेटी के बारे में। सो बैच कमेटी है जो कि 5 मेंबर से मिलकर बनता है, जिसमें डिस्ट्रिक्ट कमिश्नर स्काउट, डीओसी स्काउट, एलटीए, एलटीएन, हिमालय वुड बैच उसमें होंगे और जो कि किसके द्वारा नॉमिनेटेड होगा? डिस्ट्रिक्ट चीफ कमिश्नर के द्वारा और कंसल्टेशन विद द डिस्ट्रिक्ट ट्रेनिंग कमिश्नर। एंड डीओसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमिश्नर शैल बी द बैच सेक्रेटरी। सो दिस इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द बैच कमेटी। और बैच कमेटी फुल क्या है ये भी हमारे रूल बुक में दिया हुआ है। तो मेरा निवेदन है सभी रोवर रेंजर्स स्काउट गाइड से कि सभी चीज को जानिए और ज्यादा से ज्यादा उसको आत्मसात करिए। और आप किस तरीके से इस बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन अभी अनरेंद्र जी को बोलना पड़ा कि नेगेटिव क्वेश्चन आ रहे थे। अगर हम एक राइट वे में जा रहे हैं, अपने इंटरेस्ट के साथ हम सही तरीके से काम कर रहे हैं, तो बहुत सारे ऑप्शन हमारे पास है, हमारी चॉइस के हिसाब से है, लेकिन हमको एक राइट ट्रैक पकड़ना पड़ेगा। और जैसा कि अभी हमारी रेंजर ने भी कहा कि दुनिया में बहुत कुछ होता है, ये लाइफ है, हमको उस तरफ नहीं देखते हुए अपना सही मार्गदर्शन लेके सही तरीके से जाना है। लेकिन हमारी जो बुक्स हैं, नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर के जो सिलेबस है, जो सब्जेक्ट, ये सब आपको जानना पड़ेगा। सो ये बैच कमेटी के बारे में जरूर आप जानकारी लीजिए, क्योंकि बहुत लोग प्रथम सोपान के बाद द्वितीय सोपान, तृतीय सोपान ये सब करते हैं, लेकिन उनको मालूम नहीं होता कि कहाँ से उनको ये सब फैसिलिटी मिलेगी। सो इसके लिए उनको जानना बहुत जरूरी है। सो बहुत कुछ है बताने के लिए, लेकिन चूंकि 10 मिनट्स मुझे दिया गया था और मैं उसमें टाइम में अपना वाक्यांश को खत्म करना चाहती हूँ। सो लास्ट में मैं जरूर फिर से एक बार आप सभी से निवेदन करूंगी कि पूरे प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच को आप देखें और उसमें आप प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच में ही पकड़ के उसको लेके आपका चॉइस के हिसाब से लेके आप उसमें आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, अपना सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हैं। और इतना जो हमारा सिलेबस है ये सिर्फ डेवलपमेंट का बात करता है, और जब यूथ का डेवलपमेंट का बात करता है तो देश का विकास होता है, और उसके लिए यूथ का भी सहयोग हमको चाहिए। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड कांग्रेचुलेशन टीम टू आवर टीम मेंबर्स and yes, Northeast region because conducted very nicely and very important webinar for our youth and yes, thank you very much शांतनु जी, बहुत अच्छे से आपने प्रोफिशिएंसी बैजेस के बारे में बताया और बहुत ऐसे पॉइंट हैं जो कि हम नहीं कवर कर सकते इतने कम समय में। उसके लिए हमको अपना जो हमारे लिटरेचर से उसके तरफ भी हमको जाना पड़ेगा। So thank you अनलेंद्र जी providing me giving me this opportunity to speak और भी कुछ जानकारी हम आपको देना चाहते थे। तो एक राइट वे में जाइए, सही तरीके से काम करिए और प्रोफिशिएंसी बैच और इसके बारे में जो कि आप ज्यादा नॉलेज लेना चाहते हैं तो हमारे बुक्स वगैरह को भी आप देख सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं। So thank you everyone and congratulations to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such for saying with us a golden words and being with us in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you once again. Now it's time to invite on the screen Ms. Sumita Datta, the membership group cell of Bharat Scouts and Guides, to express the gratitude to the participants. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Barsha. A very good evening to one and all. Now we have reached at the end of today's webinar, and it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. Firstly, I, on behalf of Bharat Scouts and Guides National Headquarters, take this opportunity to thank our esteemed resource speaker, Professor Shantanu Mazumdar, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Bidhan Chandra College, Asansol, West Bengal. He is also a member of National Education Policy Committee, Eastern Region. Thank you, sir, once again for inspiring all of us by your great and motivational words. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all our participants who participated in online platform for joining us with their time and active participation. I would like to express my gratitude to the entire team which is working for the skill development program under the guidance of Shri Analendra Sarma, Assistant Director, any region. Also thankful to the IT team, Master of Ceremony, Dane in charge for their great support and effort. Once again, thank you everyone for making this event a great success. Take care, stay safe.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of appreciation. Now I hand over the screen to Ms. Arima to conclude the session with the National Anthem.
Thank you so much, Varsha. As we have come to the end of this program, before we depart, there is an announcement for all the participants. That is, you have to fill Google form to receive your certificate as soon as possible. And the Google link will be provided in the chat box, Zoom and YouTube platform. So dear participants, be noted. All right, thank you. And with this, I would like to request all of you to rise for the national anthem, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे